A very good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome back after the Diwali break. I hope you all have enjoyed your vacation. Now children, if you remember, we were doing the chapter Chemical Effects of Electric Current in Chemistry, and we have almost completed the explanation of the chapter. One topic was left to be discussed that you asked me to repeat it again. So I'm going to repeat the galvanic cell again. So we'll discuss about the galvanic cell today, and along with that we'll do the exercise. Okay, so please open your book. Open this chapter number 15, Chemical Effects of Electric Current, and please get ready with your pencil because we are going to do the exercise also. So you will mark that in your book itself. So we will be doing the oral question answer. We'll do the choose the most appropriate and a very short answer question. Alright, so we'll do that. So please get ready with your book and pencil. We are going to start with the topic. Children, I hope you are clear with the electroplating process, how copper is electroplated over any metal. That I think you are clear with. So we have taken the beaker, then we have put a copper wire or a copper plate over a anode that is a positively charged and a spoon at a negative charge. So the copper gets deposited over the spoon after some time. So that we have talked about, we have seen all the things in that topic, that is electroplating. And why electroplating is done, that also we have seen. We have also seen few other uses of electrolysis. Now children, in the previous classes we were talking about the difference between electrolytic cell and galvanic cell. Okay, so now I'm going to again revise that topic, what is galvanic cell, and let's make it clear to you what is galvanic cell and how it functions. So let's start with that. So what is difference between electrolytic and a galvanic cell is that in electrolytic solution, when electricity is passed, with the help of passing of electricity, there are certain chemical changes taking place. So we know that in electrolytic cell, we know that in a electrolytic cell, what happens in electrolytic cell that we were using in the electroplating of copper. So electrolytic cell is basically the arrangement of anode, cathode and electrolyte and particular battery and all the setup that was there in electroplating of copper, that is called electrolytic cell. Okay, so in electrolytic cell what was happening, electrical energy was getting converted into chemical energy, isn't it? Electrical energy was getting converted into chemical energy. With the help of electricity, chemical changes were taking place. So that is electrolytic cell. But galvanic cell is just opposite of it. Galvanic cell or a voltaic cell that we use in a battery or in certain appliances that works with a battery or a cell. In that all the appliances, galvanic cell, the procedure that we are using for a galvanic cell is used. So in galvanic cell what happens, chemical energy, in a galvanic cell, chemical energy is getting converted into electrical energy. Alright, so they are just working just opposite to each other. They are working opposite to each other. Electrolytic cell and galvanic cell are working just opposite to each other. So let's see how galvanic cell function. So again, we take a beaker, alright, and in the electrolytic cell what we were doing, we were adding the two different, like one metal was there and at other metal or a steel, we were using the electroplating method. Okay, and then there we were not using a bulb or something like that. Here what we are going to do, we are going to take a plate of zinc and a plate of copper. We are going to take a plate of zinc and a plate of copper. Okay, children, we should know that, like this you will study in your higher classes, that copper is more electronegative. Copper is more electronegative than zinc. What does that mean? Electronegative means that copper has more tendency to accept electrons. It has a more tendency to accept electrons. ठीक है, जिंक के पास इतनी टेंडेंसी नहीं है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को एक्सेप्ट करने की जितनी टेंडेंसी कॉपर के पास है. ठीक है, अगेन व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, we are going to take a electrolyte. What electrolyte we are going to use here? The electrolyte that we are going to use here is sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid. What is dilute sulfuric acid? It is H2SO4. H2SO4 is acting as a sulfuric acid. The same thing, children, you can see in your book also. So let me first show you the book part. So this is your book part, children. Okay, so what you can see here is, see, we have taken a setup. This is a setup of a Voltaic cell. Okay, so at cathode, that is negative charge, we have taken copper. At anode, we have taken zinc. At positively charged, we have taken zinc. And at negative charge, we have taken copper plate. And the electrolyte that we use here is dilute sulfuric acid. We are using bulb and we will see the flow of electrons. So let's come back to it. Let's come back to this. So children, how you will remember this, that C is for copper and copper will get attached to cathode. And what is cathode? Cathode is positive or negative? It is negative. Okay. And the zinc is attached to a positive terminal. Zinc is attached to a positive terminal. Getting it? This is a positive terminal, that is anode, and C is for cathode. Okay. Now what is going to happen? We are also using a bulb. What we are using? We are using a bulb here. So this is a bulb. So now what is going to happen? As the circuit is complete, okay, in the solution we have sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. So it will get dissociated into 2H plus and SO4 minus. Getting it? This will get dissociated into 2H plus and SO4 minus. So now in the solution we have H plus and we also have SO4 minus. Okay. Now what is going to happen here? See, zinc, because it is less electronegative than copper, will lose the electron. Okay, it will lose the electron. तो जब कोई भी मेटल इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज करता है तो उसके ऊपर कौन सा चार्ज आता है? It will become positive because it is losing 2 electrons. दो इलेक्ट्रॉन को वो लूज कर रहा है, और जब इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज होगा तो कौन सा चार्ज आएगा? पॉजिटिव. सो हियर Zn is positive and Cu is negative. So this sulfate will get attracted towards zinc because it is positive and sulfate is negative. So sulfate will get attached to zinc. Now this zinc is losing two electrons, और ये दो इलेक्ट्रॉन इस वायर के थ्रू what will it happen? With the help of wire will move to copper. This two electron with the help of wire will move to copper. It will not go through this electrolyte solution. Why it will not go through electrolyte solution? Because if this two electron will be immersed here in the electrolyte solution, then no reaction will take place. Okay, there is no one to accept it. Hydrogen cannot accept two electrons. It is not having that much valency to accept two electrons. So hydrogen is not going to accept it. So what is going to happen? This electron will move with the help of a wire. Okay. So this wire will allow the electron to flow. So this electron will flow through the wire and hence will generate a current. It will generate a current. So as it is generating a current, the bulb will glow. Alright. So the electricity is generated. Now these electrons will get attached to the copper. So copper will have two electrons and will be converted into copper ion. इसके पास दो इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गए तो ये कॉपर कैसा हो जाएगा? सॉरी, 2 minus minus, so copper will get negative charge and the electron will get deposit over the copper. Okay, getting it? So this is the complete mechanism that is going to take place in the galvanic cell. So with the help of a electrolyte and dissociation, the current is generated and copper will transfer the zinc will transfer the two electrons to copper. Okay, because copper is most electronegative then zinc. कॉपर के पास ज्यादा टेंडेंसी है इलेक्ट्रॉन को एक्सेप्ट करने की, तो क्योंकि कॉपर के पास ज्यादा टेंडेंसी है इलेक्ट्रॉन को एक्सेप्ट करने की, तो जिंक अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन कॉपर को दे देगा और वो ट्रांसफर कैसे होगा? विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ वायर, और तभी वायर में करंट जनरेट होगा और जितने भी हम अप्लायंसेस इस वायर से कनेक्ट करेंगे दैट ऑल अप्लायंस विल बी फंक्शनल. Getting it? So this is the way how a galvanic cell or a voltaic cell function. Children, this is not in much detail in your chapter, so I'm not going into much detail and the deep concept of this galvanic cell. This you will study in your higher classes. So I'm just talking about the basic concept of a galvanic cell. So galvanic cell function in such a way that we use zinc and copper as an electrode and we use sulfuric acid as electrolyte, and with the help of the transfer of electron current is generated, that is electricity is generated and any appliance can work. Same is the procedure that is used in a dry cell also. Okay, so this is the procedure that is also used in a dry cell. So you can see here in the figure in your book itself. So we have, this is a dry cell, a battery that we generally use in our torch and other appliances. This is that battery or a cell. So it has a metal cap that is positively charged. We have a seal that is very clear. In the center we have a carbon rod, and attached to the carbon rod we have certain manganese dioxide and carbon particles, and we have an ammonium chloride paste. Here, this is an ammonium chloride paste. We have a can made up of zinc. Okay. So now here also what is going to happen? The reactions will take place. Manganese dioxide present inside improves the performance of the cell by absorbing the hydrogen gas produced. So zinc will act here again as an electrode, and carbon will act as an electrode here, and the process will take place. So let's see what is written here. Let's see. So a galvanic cell does the opposite of electrolytic cell. It converts chemical energy into electrical energy. It has an electrolyte that we are using here as a sulfuric acid, an electrode of different metals, that is zinc and copper. When electrodes are connected through an external circuit, electric current flows in the circuit. Okay, so in this circuit, that is wire, the electric current flows from a anode to cathode. Okay, so same is the function with Voltaic cell. An example is a Voltaic cell in which dilute sulfuric acid is electrolyte. One electrode is made up of copper, another is made up of zinc, that we have seen. Electron flow in the external circuit with the zinc to the copper electrode. See children, there is not it is not in much detail in your chapter. So we are just going with the basic concept of a galvanic cell and an electrolytic cell. Later on in your higher classes, you will study in much detail about the galvanic and voltaic cell. Another example is dry cell. So that we use in torches and radios and other appliances also. So in a dry cell, the electrolyte is the paste of ammonium chloride. So ammonium chloride is acting as an electrolyte. One of the electrode is carbon rod. एक electrode carbon rod है. And the container of the cell is made up of zinc act as another electrode. तो electrode क्या है यहाँ पे? कार्बन और जिंक, और इलेक्ट्रोलाइट क्या है? अमोनियम क्लोराइड पेस्ट. और मैग्नीज डाइऑक्साइड क्या करता है? ये सिर्फ पूरे प्रोसेस को इनहांस करता है. ओके, सो दीज आर द टू इलेक्ट्रोड्स. हियर आल्सो अमोनियम क्लोराइड. So ammonium and chloride will be bifurcated and will be connected to the respective ions, and hence electron will be generated and will be transferred to one cell to another. Okay, hence the electricity is produced. So this is the basic concept of a galvanic cell, children. This is not in much details. We are not going into a deep concept of this. Only remember this, that copper is more electronegative than zinc. तो कॉपर क्या करेगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन को एक्सेप्ट करेगा और जिंक इलेक्ट्रॉन देगा. ठीक है. So this was about galvanic cell. Now children, get ready with your pencil and write down the oral answers, oral question answers. So question number 1. To electroplate copper in a metal object. To electroplate copper in a metal object. So we have taken a spoon. What will you use as electrolyte, anode and cathode? So electrolyte will be copper sulfate. What we are using as electrolyte? We are using copper sulfate as electrolyte. What is at anode? Copper metal is at anode. And what is at cathode? A spoon or a metal object is at cathode. Isn't it? This was it. Let's see. So at anode we have copper and at cathode we have a metal spoon. So you will not write metal spoon. You will write metal object. Okay. Now, moving ahead with question number 2. What is the need to electroplate one metal over another? So we have seen that what is the need of electroplating. There are two basic needs of electroplating. First is to avoid the rusting, कि कोई भी metal rust ना हो, that is one reason. And second is to make it look more attractive. Okay, so these are the two reasons why electroplating is done. Okay, now children, for today your homework is to write new words in your fair notebook. So you will write the name of chapter, you will write today's date, and you will write these new words. So let's see what are they. Cations are positively charged ions, anions are negatively charged ions. Water electrolysis, the process of breaking up of electrons, this children we have talked about. So this you will write it in your fair notebook as homework. Alright, so this is your homework, this you will write in your fair notebook. And also you will draw the concept map. You will draw the concept map in your fair notebook at blank side of the paper. Okay. So let's see what is there in the concept map. We have talked about electric current. What is electric current? Flow of electron is called electric current. There are two types of current, conventional current and electronic current. Conventional current पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन में होता है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक करंट नेगेटिव से पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन में होता है. ठीक है. नाउ अगर करंट फ्लो कर रहा है जिस ऑब्जेक्ट से, उस ऑब्जेक्ट को हम बोलते हैं कंडक्टर. इफ object or a substance does not allow the current to flow, it is called insulator. Conductor can be of two types, solids and liquid. Solid we have studied earlier. Now here we were talking about liquid. So liquid needs to be acidic, base or salt. अगर distilled water है या pure water है तो it will not conduct electricity. Why it will not conduct electricity? Because it is not having any impurity, any ions, any acid, any base, anything. Okay. So what is the effect of electric current? There is a chemical change when electricity is passed, and this process is known as electrolysis. What is the application of electrolysis? It is electroplating. So all the concept of the electric cell is present here. So this was about this chapter, children. We have done the explanation. This is your homework again. You will write the new words and concept map in your fair notebook. And I want to see that. So you can send it in the group also. Okay. Now let's come to the exercise part. A. Choose the most appropriate answer. Question number 1. Electric current is the flow of particle with a negative charge, a positive charge, both positive and negative charges flowing opposite to each other, either positive or negative charge depending on the material. So, electric current is the flow of electron that we know, isn't it? Positive charge doesn't move. So, electric current is the flow of electron, and electrons are which charge, positive or negative? It is negative charge. So, flow of a negative charge will produce a electric current. So, what is the correct answer? A. Negative charge. Now, B. Second question. Which of the following is not a conductor of electricity? Tap water, it is a conductor of electricity. Salt water is a conductor of electricity. Lime water is also a conductor of electricity. But petrol is not a conductor of electricity because no acid, no base and no salt is present in petrol. Okay, it is just a carbon compound. Petrol is nothing but a chain of many carbons. Okay, so that is petrol. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is petrol. Petrol does not conduct electricity. Now, third, an electrolyte is a solid that conducts electricity. No, electrolyte is not a solid. Liquid that conducts electricity and breaks up chemically in the process. Yes, definitely. What is electrolyte? Electrolyte is a liquid that conducts electricity and breaks up chemically in the process. Okay, so these two options are again wrong, but we can read it. Liquid that does not conduct electricity. No, it conducts electricity. So solid, so it is not, definitely it is not a solid. So we are not going into the last option. So what is the correct option? Correct option is B. Now question number 4. On passing electricity through copper sulfate solution, copper is formed at anode, copper is formed at cathode, oxygen is formed at anode, hydrogen is formed at cathode. Yes children, this is a bit tricky question. अगर आपका concept clear है then you can answer it. So on passing electricity through copper sulfate solution, जब copper sulfate solution से electricity pass की जाती है तो copper किस पे बनता है? Copper is formed at anode, copper is formed at cathode, oxygen is formed at anode or hydrogen is formed at anode. So first of all, oxygen is not formed, so this C option is wrong. Hydrogen is not formed, this is also wrong. Now we are left with two options. Copper is formed at anode or copper is formed at cathode. Copper कहाँ बनता है? Anode पे कि cathode पे? Fine. So if you remember, this was a beaker. We were using a copper wire. It was attached to anode, that is a positive charge, and we were using a spoon that is present at a negative charge. Yes, we were using that and electricity was passing through. So ये copper है at anode and this is copper and this and to it copper is deposited. तो copper कहाँ बन रहा है? Copper बन रहा है cathode पे. Okay, so what is the correct answer? Correct answer is B. Copper is formed at cathode. क्योंकि copper इस पे deposit हो रहा है, so it is forming at cathode. Okay. Now fifth, in which of these is current not conducted by electron? Let's see. Copper is a metal, so electron will be present. Aluminium is a metal, electron will be present. Tap water, it is a liquid, so current is not conducted through electrons. So how it is conducted? It is conducted through ions. Okay, so what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C. So mercury again is a metal, so electron will be present. But in liquid, in case of liquid, the current is conducted through ions. Okay, now sixth, which of these metal will you electroplate on iron to protect it from rusting and to make it shine? So copper itself is not shiny. Iron के ऊपर gold की plating नहीं हो सकती. Zinc is not shiny, but chromium is having a luster. Chromium is having a luster and it can also protect from rusting. Okay, because it does not corrode easily. So children, that was about the exercise that we have discussed. So try to do this very short answer question. Try to do these questions. We'll discuss these questions tomorrow. Okay. So that's all for today's class, children. I hope you have done the exercise. You have understood what is galvanic cell. Again, if you come across any kind of doubt, do ask in the group, children. Okay. So that's all for today's class. We'll meet again tomorrow. So thank you and Jai Hind, children.